Imagine waking up in the dead of night to a hairless humanoid creature watching you sleep. It was the year 2003, in a quiet town nestled in the northeastern United States, where such a blood-curdling scene unfolded. A woman, stirred from her slumber by an inexplicable unease, opened her eyes to the ghastly sight of the rake. Its pale, gaunt form loomed ominously at the foot of her bed, its eyes unblinkingly fixed on her. As terror gripped her heart, the creature turned its attention away from the couple and silently crept towards the door of their daughter's bedroom. With movements unnaturally swift and silent, it advanced. The woman, paralyzed by fear, could only watch as this nightmare from the shadows approached her child's room. That night, the creature would initiate its first known attack, marking a horrifying moment in the annals of the unknown. This terrifying encounter marked the beginning of the world's awareness of the Rake. But was 2003 really the first sighting of this nightmarish entity? Long before the digital age, before the spread of internet lore and the birth of creepypasta, there were whispers of a creature eerily similar to the Rake. Historical records, though sparse and often dismissed as the ramblings of the distressed, suggest that this creature has been a dark passenger alongside humanity for centuries. Let's delve into the murky past, starting with the American Revolutionary War. Soldiers camped in the dense, uncharted forests reported seeing a ghastly figure that moved on all fours. These sightings were noted in journals as brief, terrifying encounters that left even the bravest among them shaken. The creature was described as a pale, gaunt figure with haunting, hollow eyes, a description that aligns unsettlingly well with modern reports of the Rake. Fast forward to the American Civil War. Amidst the chaos and the carnage, there emerged accounts from both Union and Confederate camps of a creature that would stalk the peripheries of their encampments at night. Officers wrote of an unknown entity with the capability to silence a whole squadron with fear, its presence almost a harbinger of doom for those who witnessed it. But perhaps most chilling are the accounts from World War II. Both Allies and Nazis reported encounters with a creature that defied explanation. In the dense European forests, amidst the sound of gunfire and bombs, soldiers reported seeing a figure, both humanoid and yet not, that watched from a distance, its form obscured by the trees. Occasionally, it would move with astonishing speed on all fours, disappearing into the thick fog of war. These historical sightings paint a picture of a creature that does not belong to any one place or time. Instead, it seems to emerge during periods of great turmoil and violence, as if drawn to human suffering or perhaps feeding on it. It appears the Rake's presence weaves through the fabric of history, lurking in the shadows of major conflicts. From the dense forests of Papua New Guinea to the remote mountains of Chile, the Rake refuses to be confined to one continent. In 2013, an expedition composed of scientists and researchers ventured into the lush, uncharted territories of Papua New Guinea. Their mission was to catalog new species of tree lizards and rare purple spiders. Accompanied by a robust team of 20 private military security personnel, they felt prepared for any physical threats. However, nothing could have prepared them for the psychological terror they were about to encounter. As twilight approached and the sounds of the jungle grew louder, the team made their way back to base camp. It was then that a figure was spotted high up in the trees. Initially mistaken for a local in distress, the group approached to offer assistance. What dropped from the tree, however, was not human. The creature, hairless and with an unnerving agility, scrabbled down the trunk, and upon hitting the ground, it sprinted away on all fours. The journey back to base transformed into a nerve-wracking ordeal. The team felt the presence of not just one, but multiple entities stalking them. The rustling of the leaves and the snapping of branches created a cacophony of dread that only ceased once they reached the bustling safety of their base camp. But the encounters don't end in the Pacific. Across the ocean, in the mountains of Chile, a truck driver experienced a chilling event when he struck what he described as a tall, humanoid figure. The creature briefly stood upright, then crouched and darted away on all fours, disappearing into the night. Meanwhile, in Greece, a desperate homeowner called the police, reporting a strange presence on their roof. The responding officers were met with a sight they could hardly believe: a gaunt, humanoid figure which immediately leaped down and sprinted away on all fours, much like the descriptions of the Rake. Across continents, the Rake emerges, leaving a trail of eerie encounters and unanswered questions. Even in modern conflicts, where one might expect only human foes, the Rake makes its presence known. In the arid and desolate landscapes of Afghanistan's Kandahar province, the lines between myth and reality blur unsettlingly. Here, amidst the dust and echoes of warfare, reports of the Rake have emerged from a most unexpected group of witnesses: civilians, NATO forces, and even Taliban insurgents. The phenomenon first gained local attention when a patrol unit reported an eerie encounter during a routine night mission. As the soldiers navigated through the rugged terrain, the silence of the night was broken by the sound of snapping branches and unsettling whispers of movement. Expecting an ambush, the troops prepared for a firefight. However, what they encountered was not an enemy combatant, but a strange, gaunt figure. It was seen momentarily by the light of the flares, crouching and then sprinting away on all fours with unnerving agility. These sightings aren't isolated incidents. Similar reports have come from various sectors where the conflict has raged. Afghan civilians have shared tales of a ghostly figure that watches from the shadows, its eyes reflecting the moonlight with a sinister glow. Even more chilling, several Taliban insurgents have reluctantly admitted to altering their routes and strategies due to the frequent appearances of this nightmarish entity, which they believe is an ill omen. The Rake's presence in such a tense and volatile environment adds a layer of psychological warfare. The uncertainty and fear of facing an unknown entity that defies conventional understanding can shake even the most seasoned soldier. What is particularly intriguing is how these sightings correlate with moments of intense conflict, suggesting that the creature is drawn to chaos and despair. In the rugged terrains of war-torn regions, the Rake continues to be an enigmatic and horrifying figure. Its ability to infiltrate the psyche of those already burdened with the horrors of war marks it as a uniquely disturbing element in modern conflict narratives. Whether a figment of stress-induced hallucinations or a cryptic entity lurking in the shadows of human conflicts, the Rake remains a chilling enigma in the theater of war. Is the Rake a mere figment of collective fear, a cryptid, or something even more sinister? Across the globe, from shadowy forests to war-torn landscapes, reports of a creature known as the Rake continue to surface. This creature, often described as a hairless, humanoid entity that moves with an unsettling grace on all fours, has captured the imagination and terror of many. But what truly lies behind these chilling encounters? One popular theory suggests that the Rake is nothing more than an urban legend. It's a modern boogeyman, birthed from the depths of internet forums and fueled by our innate love for ghost stories. Skeptics argue that as these tales spread online, the power of suggestion and heightened paranoia could lead individuals to mistakenly identify known animals or even fellow humans as this mythical creature. Conversely, there are those who believe that the Rake could be a secret military experiment gone terribly wrong. This idea stems from historical accounts during times of war when bizarre and unexplainable phenomena often get swept under the rug. Could the Rake be the result of genetic experimentation, an attempt to create something new, something formidable? This theory is bolstered by sightings from military personnel themselves, who claim encounters with an entity that defies all known biological norms. Then there's the possibility that the Rake is an undiscovered cryptid, akin to Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Proponents of this theory point to the consistent physical descriptions and behaviors noted in various sightings, suggesting a creature that has managed to evade scientific recognition, but exists just beyond the veil of our understanding. Each theory offers its own explanation, steeped in either science, skepticism, or the supernatural. Yet, despite extensive debates and investigations, concrete evidence remains elusive. The true nature of the Rake remains shrouded in mystery, fueling both fear and fascination. As we delve into the darkness of the unknown, the Rake remains an enigma wrapped in horror. From its eerie origins in the early 2000s in the northeastern United States to its unsettling presence in historical battles and modern conflicts around the globe, the Rake has left a chilling trail of tales. Described as a tall, hairless humanoid that moves with unnatural speed on all fours, this creature has been reported by civilians, police, and military personnel alike, suggesting a phenomenon that transcends mere folklore. The widespread and consistent descriptions of this creature, its behaviors, and the profound terror it instills challenge our understanding of what lurks in the shadowy corners of our world. The Rake blurs the lines between reality and nightmare, pushing the boundaries of our comprehension of the paranormal and the unexplained. Whether fact or fiction, the Rake continues to haunt the nightmares of those who dare to ponder its existence.